Wait, is that Johnny Depp? Or did we just travel back in time? That's the kind of reaction sweeping across social media from fans who can't believe a rare new selfie of the Hollywood icon. Picture this. You snap a picture today, post it, and suddenly the entire internet goes wild because you look like you've aged backwards. Sounds impossible, right? But that's exactly what's happening with Johnny Depp, and people can't stop talking about how unbelievably youthful he looks in this one image. It all began at the Red Sea International Film Festival, an event nestled in the coastal beauty of Jeddah. Johnny graced the festival, posing for photos and stepping onto the red carpet. But the moment that truly stole the spotlight wasn't a staged press shot. It was a candid selfie with a co-star. One quick snap and suddenly fans were convinced Johnny had stumbled upon the fountain of youth. Social media platforms exploded with breathless reactions. Is this 2003 Johnny? He's aging in reverse. The photo felt like a time warp, a portrayal of Depp that looked more like a throwback to his early 2000s charm than a snapshot of a 61-year-old man in 2025. But what is it exactly that makes this selfie so mesmerizing? Let's start with his hair. Gone are the layered scarves, bandanas, or over-the-top hats, choices we've long associated with Johnny's signature style. Instead, his hair is loose, slightly tousled, and artfully unkempt, giving an effortlessly casual yet refined vibe. There's an easy elegance in the way it falls around his face, hinting at youthful vitality without appearing overly styled. It's relaxed but intentional, a style that frames his features in the best possible way. Then, there's the attire. A crisp, tailored black suit teamed with an open white shirt beneath. It's classic Hollywood elegance, conjuring images of sleek leading men from the 1950s rather than someone in his 60s. The contrast between the sharp suit, flawless structure, and the casual openness of the shirt creates a blend of suaveness and laid-back charm. It's the kind of look that whispers confidence without shouting, allowing Depp's natural presence to take the lead. Now let's talk about skin. That glow is impossible to ignore. Fans were quick to clock it, comments ranging from, "Did he just Benjamin Button himself?" to, "He looks like he's in his 30s again." The skin tone, the smooth texture, the vibrancy, these aren't just signs of sophisticated lighting, though credit to those red carpet pros. There's an undeniable air of freshness around his face, one that suggests not just good lighting but smart skincare, a possible pause on heavy life stress, and maybe even a dash of those often whispered about aesthetic tweaks. Botox? Dermal filler? We aren't making claims, but it looks like there's been some upkeep that served him well. Add to that Johnny's expression. He looks at ease, at peace, and in no hurry to project anything other than serenity and self-assured presence. The relaxed smile and confident posture speak volumes. He doesn't look tired, cranky, or worn out. He looks centered, grateful, and quietly powerful. Fans noticed that too. One comment read, "I haven't seen him this happy and healthy in years," while another simply asked, "Who is this glowing 61-year-old? It's not just the way he smiled, it's the way his entire face seemed to rest in perfect harmony with itself. There's a rare authenticity in the way Depp presents himself in this image, as if he's finally letting the world see a man who is no longer trying to shield himself from scrutiny, but is instead simply existing. This kind of ease isn't something that can be faked, not even by the most seasoned actor. There's a softness around his eyes, not the kind that comes from weariness, but the kind that signals someone who has truly been through something and emerged with wisdom rather than bitterness. The tension lines that so often bracket celebrities' faces in photos, tight jaws, furrowed brows, pursed lips, are entirely absent. Instead, his jaw is relaxed, his gaze is open, and his body language suggests an unspoken message. He is finally breathing. Observers who followed his career closely understand how rare this version of Depp is to witness. For years, the actor's public appearances were marked by a visible weight, whether it was the toll of a long press tour, the exhaustion of ongoing litigation, or the cloud of endless tabloid speculation. He often seemed like a man under siege, carrying the emotional fatigue of fighting not just for his career but for his reputation. His eyes used to reflect it, that subtle flicker of distrust when surrounded by cameras, that cautious pause before speaking, the calculated positioning of his hands and face And now? That wariness seems to have melted away. What remains is a man entirely at ease in his own skin. There's also something to be said for the power of the subtle, especially in a media landscape where everything is so curated, so exaggerated, and often so manicured to the point of sterility. Depp's expression wasn't plastered on for the sake of promotion, nor did it seem rehearsed. It was the face of a man who has reconnected with something internal, an anchor that likely goes beyond fame, fortune, or public perception. His smile wasn't wide or performative, but instead gently reassuring, as if he was smiling for himself. First and only then for the world around him. In a culture obsessed with forced enthusiasm, this quiet composure has proven to be disarmingly magnetic. Fans were quick to decode this shift in demeanor as a sign of emotional healing. Online threads became flooded with speculation about what had changed. Was he meditating regularly? Had he retreated to the south of France for a sabbatical from the chaos? Had he reconnected with his children in a more profound way, or perhaps embraced a simpler, less materialistic lifestyle? Theories abounded, but they all circled back to one unifying observation. Johnny looked happy, and not Hollywood happy, not filtered, face-tuned, brand-sponsored happy. He looked soul-deep happy. One longtime admirer of Depp commented that his face reminded her of his earliest interviews, those from the early 90s, before the Hollywood machine had fully claimed him. She pointed out how his expressions had a quiet stillness back then, a natural curiosity tempered by a humble uncertainty. She was convinced that for the first time in decades, she saw that same energy in his eyes again. But this time, it wasn't uncertainty, it was clarity. The kind of clarity you earn after you've had everything, lost everything, and somehow come through it all with your sense of self intact. The posture, too, is telling. He isn't standing stiffly, shoulders squared in some defensive posture or trying to look taller or more imposing. His shoulders are relaxed, his hands appear calm, and his stance is rooted yet soft. That kind of physical openness sends powerful nonverbal cues. In psychological terms, posture like this often communicates trust not just of others but of oneself. It suggests that the person has nothing to hide, nothing to prove, and nothing to run from. Considering the sheer volume of scandals, lawsuits, and personal heartaches Johnny has weathered, this quiet physical confidence is almost revolutionary. Even the tilt of his head, slightly angled as if listening, implies approachability. It evokes warmth. This might seem trivial, but in a world where every micro-expression is dissected for meaning, it's incredibly telling. In the past, even when smiling, Depp's expressions often had a guarded quality, as if he were holding back. This time, the guard was down. Not out of vulnerability, but out of choice. There was no need to shield, no need to posture. Just presence. This calm demeanor also hints at emotional maturity. It signals a man who has learned that not every fight is worth having, that some battles are better left in the past, and that true strength is often expressed in silence. In that silence, in that subtle smile and ease of posture, fans see the echo of a man who has done the hard work, internally and externally, to move forward. Whether it was therapy, time away from Hollywood, creative solitude through music and painting, or simply the healing power of distance from toxicity, something worked. And the results are painted across his face in the most beautifully understated way. People who've watched him evolve from the heartthrob of 21 Jump Street to the enigmatic Jack Sparrow and beyond are now witnessing perhaps his most complex and admirable transformation. Johnny Depp, the man, not the myth, not the headline, not the scandal. The man who has embraced peace over performance. The man whose glow is no longer a product of makeup or lighting tricks, but of a spirit finally at rest. And that may be more magnetic than any character he's ever played. As one fan so poignantly put it, that's not just Johnny Depp looking young, that's Johnny Depp finally looking free. So what's behind this glow-up? Experts in skincare, mental wellness, and celebrity health often emphasize that aging gracefully is about more than any single product or trick. First, there's consistent skincare. Retinol, vitamin C, and high-end sunscreens are game changers for anyone over 40. Dermatologists note that these ingredients help build collagen, fade dark spots, and maintain skin elasticity. If Johnny has adopted a serious skincare routine, and the results suggest he has, it would explain part of that rejuvenated appearance. Lifestyle plays a huge role too. Since his legal battles and intense public scrutiny, Johnny seems to have retreated from the spotlight and refocused on what matters: his art, his music, his close circle. Fans and insiders tell stories of late-night jam sessions in studios, long walks on the beach, creative painting sessions, and quiet weekends away from the tabloids. When you're less stressed, you sleep better. When you sleep better, your skin doesn't show fatigue. When you feel at peace, muscles relax, lines soften, and your face literally shows it. Nutrition, hydration, sleep, all these things compound. Imagine drinking plenty of water, eating whole foods instead of processed snacks, and waking up refreshed each morning. That surface glow has roots that run deeper. A dermatologist once told me, stress is the enemy of youthful skin. Meditate, sleep, walk, laugh, and your face will show it. Johnny looks like someone who's been meditating and winning. Still, we're in Hollywood. Lighting and angles are part of the illusion. Red carpet photographers know how to work their magic. Lighting that enhances bone structure, angles that soften lines, even subtle digital retouching before images are released. That technical expertise, combined with Johnny's refreshed look and winning style, creates a perfect storm for a knockout photo. Some cynics might dismiss it as smoke and mirrors, but even smoke and mirrors need a good subject, and Depp provides that. People want to know what they can do. Believe me, you don't need a celebrity budget to make similar moves. Start with basics: cold water splashes in the morning, daily sunscreen, staying hydrated, 6 to 8 glasses a day minimum. Add a gentle cleanser followed by a vitamin C serum and sunscreen in the morning, a retinol serum at night, and moisturizer to seal it all in. That simple routine can transform your skin in months. Sleep is equally crucial. Aim for a solid 7 to 9 hours a night. Cut out late-night screen time and bring soothing rituals into your wind down. Chamomile tea, a warm shower, light reading. These tell your body it's time to restore and repair. The next morning, you'll wake up looking and feeling stronger. Take stock of your stress levels, too. Everyone has stress, but how we manage it determines how we age. Try breathwork, meditation, journaling, even regular exercise. These aren't just wellness buzzwords, they're tools for real transformation. And while we're at it, don't underestimate the power of style. A well-tailored jacket, neutral colors, clean grooming, a good haircut. All of it sends a message. You care about yourself, and it shows. So was this selfie Johnny Depp's most impressive glow-up yet? Many fans seem to think so. It wasn't. Just timing or lighting or luck. It was a convergence of smart self-care, creative renewal, artistic rebirth, and a bit of Hollywood polish. The result? A photo that feels like magic, but is more likely the ripple effect of a man deliberately reinventing himself while owning every step forward. Film buffs, music lovers, skincare fans, and anyone who's ever wished for a second wind, they're all invested in this moment. It's more than a selfie, it's a sign that turning 60 doesn't mean slowing down, that what you do inside, how you treat your mind, body, and spirit, matters, and it shows. That life has chapters, and each page can get better with intention. Johnny's future projects, rumored film roles, potential music releases, whispered humanitarian work, look promising. And if this snapshot is any reference, it might be his best-looking chapter yet. Hollywood loves its comebacks, but this feels deeper. We're not just welcoming Johnny back, we're witnessing his recalibration at its most elegant. Now it's your turn to weigh in. Do you think Johnny Depp just turned back the clock, that he's setting a new standard for aging on his own terms? Or do you think it's simply a perfect alignment of lighting, timing, and professional skill? Drop your thoughts below, and if you've tried any beauty or wellness habits that made you feel 10 years younger, I want to hear those too. Whether or not Johnny reset the aging bar for Hollywood icons, one thing is clear: age is a mindset, a lifestyle, and, sometimes, a selfie away from reinvention. If this story and photo inspire you to look inward, start new habits, or just smile with more confidence, then the ripple effect is bigger than a red carpet moment. It's a movement. Don't forget, like the video, subscribe, hit that bell icon, and keep watching for our next deep dive into the most incredible celebrity transformations of our time. Because in Hollywood, the past never stays buried, and some stars shine brightest when they believe the best is yet to come. Thanks for being here. I can't wait to see what you think and what you'll do next in your own story.